Well, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Compound today. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, my friends. Let's get into it. I want to keep this video brief, okay, and straight to the point. Compound, moving up a little bit today, right? We're at $51.61 right now. A huge drawback. Not the move we were looking for, right? When we were all the way up here, man, I think I remember specifically saying what we don't want to see is a move all the way back down here, right? That's what we don't want to see. And obviously, you don't want to see a move that's greater than 50%, greater than 60% from your relative highs. Nobody wants to see that. But overall, I really do think this is a good accumulation phase for Compound. It might be boring. It might be disheartening that we haven't seen these breakout moves. And man, just this time, I'm surprised we didn't. This time, I'm surprised we didn't. It's just, I think each time it's only gotten more and more surprising that we haven't seen some kind of progressive retracement of this overall high to low. But what we have gotten is a progression in higher lows here and higher highs. We're in this very, very long-term accumulation phase, bullish accumulation phase. And what we did to move all the way down here was we just basically moved in a straight parabolic line to the downside. My assumption when we break out, you guys, is we're only going to go higher, right? This accumulation, as long as it's lasted, when we go higher, I'm this much more confident now that when we do break out, which whenever that happens, you know, it could be by the end of this month, it could be by the end of next month, but I'm assuming it's coming soon. When we break, and I would think probably by the end of this month, we're up at our all-time, or not our all-time highs, but our relative highs to this cycle. We're probably up here by the end of February. Going into March, we'll make our breakout move and see something phenomenal. But I would think when we do break out, when we break out of this upward sloping channel here, I would think we don't stop at the first designated target area, right? We've been consolidating since 2022, almost 3 years now, 2.5 years now. I don't think when we break out of this trend, we're going to stop here. I would think we go to the 786, 886 zone. I'm that much more confident now that $433 to $595, this thing's at $51 right now. 433 to 500, basically 600 bucks. Actually, it's, sorry, 610. 610, what is that? That is 497. Is that what that is? Let's see. I think I'm sorry guys. 427 to $610. That's the range that I would expect we go to. 427 to $610. Okay, from a high to a low here. Our extended areas, the golden ratio is at 300. The 886 is at 408. The 2272 is at 650. You got some congruence in this area on a couple of different fibs as well. The minimum target still lining up with that golden ratio zone. I just don't see us stopping there at all. I really do think Compound's about to be on a moon mission, personally. And I think at $51 here, this is one of the more appetizing coins to buy. I know that this is not the most sexy coin. It's not the most attractive coin. It hasn't done a whole lot this cycle other than disappoint. It sees these moments where it breathes life into the market and then it just dies and it's boring forever. And then it's exciting for a moment and then it's just dead and disappointing and boring forever. But I do believe this next move is going to put that to an end. I do believe that at $51 right now, this is one of those coins that I hold that I would actually, it's one of the larger bags that I hold, and this is probably one of those only coins that I would actually consider buying more of because I'm just so bullish on this accumulation phase, man. I feel like when it breaks out, it's going to be a straight shot all the way up, okay? And I don't know. Some people, I don't know where these trolls get off, but they're saying that I have never redacted or taken back any of my all-time high predictions for Compound. They've always stayed the same. The only one that I've changed, and it's still on the table, I've always accepted it as a possibility still, but where we were really looking for 8,200 by the end of the cycle, now we've started to put that as like more of a moon boy target. It's acceptable. We accept it as a possibility, but likely we're going to stop between about 4,000 to 2,400, right? That's been the targets for, I feel like over, let's see. I mean, at least since August of 2024, at least since there, if not earlier. But yeah, $51 now. I think we will have more of an understanding of where we're going to top off by the end of the cycle. Probably somewhere in the zone. I doubt we go higher. Somewhere in that zone, though. We'll have a better understanding once we see how ferocious this breakout move is, right? I would be shocked if it took us above the 886. Okay, I wouldn't be. I would also kind of be shocked if we stopped at the golden ratio. To be completely fair, with how far we've come so far, my expectation would be something in the 786 to 886 zone. If we break above that, I would be absolutely shocked. That tells me that we might be too bearish, and 8,000 is not even a good maximum. It could be higher. But if we see something that by the end of this move, not by the end of the month, right? It's February 10th right now. Not by the end of the month of February, but by the end of the move, which I assume could be, maybe March, maybe it's as late as April. I don't know at this point, right? But we're going to begin this move in February. When the move ends, when this breakout move comes to full maturity, depending on how high we are or how low we are, that will help us better determine and understand where we go, how much we have left in the cycle from there. Right now, I'm expecting $24,000 to $4,000. We're at $51 right now, so $2,400 to $4,000. Sorry. So that puts compound. That gives compound anything from about a 46x, 47x at a minimum to a 77x at a maximum. That's nice, man. That's actually really nice. And in fact, with the 1 for 1 for, it is common to go a little bit above there. So let's up it a little bit. Let's say 5,000. And I'm not just saying that for fun. It very much is common to go just above the 1 for. You can stop right at it too, but I think a $5,000 price to a $2,400 price is to be expected. So maybe not quite a 100x, but something just below there. If not at least a 47x, a 46x, that's pretty good. The average coin, I just made a video, so I know this number's fresh in my head, but I just made a video talking about what I think the average coin's going to do for the rest of the cycle, and it's a 22x. So the minimum target for compound, even before we've had this breakout move, is at a 46, 47x. That's pretty good. That's you're doubling essentially what the average coin would do at your minimum standard, at your bare minimum standard. Now, compound could, of course, not see new all-time highs by the end of the cycle. That's possible too. But again, we would know that by the way of this breakout move, right? If we break out and by the end of March, we're not even at 250. And then April, May comes around and we're all the way back down below $100. We see this same kind of behavior for another quarter of a year. There's no way this thing's going to see new all-time highs. But if this next move happens the way I think it's going to happen, and it breaks us out of this multi-year, almost 2.5-year uptrend, consolidation phase, accumulation phase, if it breaks out and it sees some phenomenal growth that takes us all the way up above $400, even potentially above $600, well, my friends, 2,400 is no longer an acceptable minimum. It's probably going to be $5,000 or at least $3,900 or more, right? 8,000 comes back on the table. It's still on the table. It's just not the likely outcome at this point, right? The likely outcome is something like this. But all that depends. It lies in the balance, okay? I don't really have anything else that I want to talk about. I think I've said everything. You look at a weekly basis, the RSI, to me at least, it looks like it's in a nice area to bounce, where it's bounced a few times this cycle. You bounced here, just below it, you bounced there, you bounced right there. Bounce, back here. You found support in this area plenty of times. Weekly RSI looks good as a whole. 3-day time frame here, let's see. Off the oversold zone. You've also found support in this area this cycle as well. Daily RSI getting oversold a little bit. That's fine. That's okay. 4 hours looking good. The 4 hour actually does look good. You kind of look like you want to break this downtrend right now. And Bitcoin's recovering a little bit too, to be completely fair. We'll see. We'll see how it does. But compound might be moving up, man. And if it does, that's great. That's great. I do not suspect that compound will go below this low. I don't know, man. I got nothing else that I want to say. I think compound's moving up. I think it's at a great price to buy. And truthfully, out of all the coins I hold, even XCN, yes, this is the only one that I really do consider buying more of. And the primary reason for that, okay, first and foremost, you guys, I want to say this carefully. I want to be careful about this. But the primary reason why I want to buy more compound is because I don't want to buy more compound. It's the one coin that I hold actually that to me I'm the most turned off by, because it's been the most disappointing, right? That and Bitcoin Cash, which kind of why I want to put money into both of those. See, it's often the coins that you hold. If you hold 10 coins, the one that you want to put the least amount of money into, that might be the one that does the best. It's the one that you put the most money into. It's not that it does the worst or that it performs bad, but it just might not perform as well as some of the other ones. A lot of people, let me put it in another perspective. A lot of people in this game, they will go around and ask, C-Zar, what's your favorite coin? What's your favorite 3 coins? They'll look up all these kind of people that they'll figure out what they're holding, what their favorite coins are. what you should ask, I think you'd actually make crazy amount more of money if you ask somebody, out of all the coins you hold, what's the one coin that you would, if you could, you would sell it for another coin? And whatever coin they say they would sell for another coin, whatever coin they say, that's the one you should buy. Because XCN, for those of you that don't know, Onyx coin, I've been holding Onyx coin for months now. Before it pumped, out of all the coins I had, that was the only coin I wasn't putting more money into, and it was the only coin I was actually considering swapping. And I'm glad I didn't. But use that as an example too, right? It happens even to somebody who's been doing this for 8 years. Technical analysis. I've been investing longer than 8 years, but I've been doing TA for 8 years. Sometimes it's the ones that you don't expect to do the best that will do the best. And right now, Compound is on that list, right? And the thing is the more I look at it, right, it's discouraging. It discourages me here. But you look at this, this is really encouraging, man. It's actually very good structure. And I think that when it comes time, there's going to be a lot of people up here who are going to be like, why didn't I buy more down here? Why was I ever worried about this thing? It did the thing. It made up for itself. I don't know. I'm ready for that. I'm ready for Compound to do something miraculous. Just because I'm ready for it, just because you're ready for it, doesn't mean it's going to happen. But it is my truthful expectation. That is what I expect. There's a reason why this thing is one of my biggest bags. I've got nothing else that I want to say, you guys. Hit the like button, subscribe. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.